Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel.
Who is that they, them on my screen?
Hi everybody, welcome to me. One thing that remains from some of the videos, and trust that I'm not rehashing anything related to Nikki T today, so no worries there. But one of the things about one of the Nikki T videos that happened that I just realized I didn't talk about in depth, and maybe people have questions about it and I didn't cover it, so I want to give you my insight on the situation. One of those videos, the first video that I posted this past Sunday on the 28th, it got a privacy claim, I don't know if it's a privacy complaint, actually. I don't know. I've never had experience with it personally. None of my videos, to my recollection, have ever been privacy complained about. Why am I having such difficulty saying that phrase? I don't know. Anyways, I've never experienced that, and I've also, on my end, never filed a privacy complaint through YouTube's platform before for other people making videos about me, or at least not that I can remember or think about. I don't know. Now I'm like second guessing that too, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes people do put some weirdly stuff out there about me that I'm like, I don't know. But I don't think I have, so I have no idea how the process works or anything like that. To be honest, Monday morning, I was rock climbing. I got home from rock climbing. Well, on my way home from rock climbing, I checked my phone, I checked my email, and I had an email from the YouTube support team, subject title, privacy complaint, and it said, "Hi Zachary Michael, we would like to inform you that we have received a privacy concern about your content. Before we review the content, we'd like to give you an opportunity to review and, if necessary, modify or remove any potentially private information within the reported content. Receiving this notice does not imply a violation of YouTube privacy guidelines, and no action has been taken against your content or channel at this time. Please find below the list of reported content with the reported video timestamps. Please note that the violation may also occur at other timestamps as well as in the audio title, video description, channel image, or background, reported content and details," and then it links to my video. Well, it doesn't say what the title of the video is here. Oh, the one that's titled "More Thoughts on Nikki T and Cam." And then the timestamp is given for 26/23, and that's when I started showing the things that Nikki retweeted on Twitter, one including a document about specifically the deed or like the selling of the home that Rosie lives in from her brother to her parents. And then I just went ahead and actually edited that using, listen, YouTube has like the shittiest editing tools within YouTube Studio. I rarely use them, but this was the only way to like edit it out so that I didn't have to completely re-upload the video. So I used their blur tool in there, and I just had it actually blur from that all the way actually to the other tweets that Nikki shared, which were the ones about the call logs and the body cam footage from the police in regards to Rosie. I already think I said this, but honestly, a piece of feedback that I did appreciate is that I shouldn't have included those to begin with. I think that that's very true, or at least I should have like blurred them to begin with. I 100% hear people who are upset about that, and as a result of this privacy complaint, actually went and blurred it anyways. Regardless of who submitted the privacy complaint, and we'll get into that because that's really why I'm making this video, is because Rosie had a response to the privacy complaint on my video, and I actually hadn't even said anything about it publicly, to be honest with you. I hadn't shared. I think I gave a heads up to my moderators in case people had issues with the video or questions. I did message them while I was in transit back to my home because I wasn't able to immediately deal with it in the moment. But otherwise I hadn't publicly said anything, and Rosie actually came out, and we'll read her statements in a second. But regardless of if Rosie did or didn't submit the privacy complaint, I just want to say I think it's fair Rosie had submitted it, and I also think it's fair that people had feedback of like, why are you upset about Nikki doing this if like you're gonna share what she's talking about in there. And also like if you want to know like my thought process behind like leaving it in there, I thought that like my screenshots were like so small and hard to read that like people couldn't really get any information from it to begin with, but that's neither here nor there. I apologize for including it to begin with, and it is now blurred out and has been blurred out. Rosie tweeted about it. She also made a separate video post on her community tab, which just basically included the screenshots from the tweets. So I'll just read her tweets and then we'll go from there. So the first thing that she put on Twitter was a tweet that said, "This is linked to a video the Zacharymike made last night. I did not file it. I was not planning to speak on this publicly, but I just wanted it known I did not file this. I think we all know who did. I'm trying to undo it. One thing for sure, we are both being harassed." The screenshot here is the email she received from the YouTube support team. It says, "Privacy complaint. Hello, thanks for contacting the YouTube legal support team. The reference number for your complaint is," big long list of letters and numbers. "We received your privacy complaint about this content. The YouTube team will review the complaint to find whether it violates our privacy guidelines. If we need more info or if we have more info to share, we will follow up with you. If you want to cancel your claim, follow this link and confirm your retraction. Regards, the YouTube legal support team." She also responded and said, "I retracted it after YouTube not allowing me to chat them from studio, unfortunately. Just wanted to provide the update and make it clear I did not abuse the privacy striking. I don't think my face was even in the video from Zach's end. Hashtag girl world." She does love to include a hashtag girl world, even though she wants to be so far removed from it. And then anyways, it says, your email has been sent. Thanks for your email. We appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Well, I don't understand why she needed to submit an email or talk to somebody on YouTube support, because they gave a link for her to cancel or retract it anyways. But either way, she wanted people to know that she was trying to do that. Additionally, she had a long thread of additional tweets about it. She said, "I know that video, see prior tweet, was not a defense of me or the other video I thanked ZM for. I am just grateful that someone is finally speaking on this. That's all. This has been my life for years now. I didn't want to comment at all this time, honestly. However, I'm pretty used to the quirky, creepy crew, TM, violating my privacy as a form of entertainment. They attack my mods, supporters, people in my real life that aren't online, anything and everything to do with me. It's been a systemic takedown and manipulation of supports in my life, online and offline. These people genuinely want to destroy me, and for what? It's so bizarre. It's why I talk about the different levels of reaction content, because this is a special subsection. This isn't a conspiracy. Zach and I cannot stand each other. We are not working together. We aren't a united anything. We are just both being harassed by similar people, and as much as I cannot stand ZM, they are at least able to hold some damn boundaries and be decent on some things that matter." To be clear, I don't even think like, well, I don't know. There's probably some people. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because I did see some tweets that suggested that I'm like on the same team as Rosie. So I don't think most people took my video that way. I think a lot of people are able to be nuanced, that just because I was providing criticism for another reaction channel, that doesn't mean that I'm Team Rosie. But I am curious. This all did make me curious, and to be honest, I took a little bit of a break. I took a little bit of a tiny break. I had whole other videos planned to react to when it comes to Rosie. To be honest, even though none of this was about Rosie, like none of these previous videos were about Rosie, it all kind of felt Rosie adjacent, and because of that, I was like, let me just take a break, which is also why I haven't really followed up on any of this privacy strike stuff either. But it did make me really curious, because I haven't had this happen to me before, and I've also, to my knowledge, never been somebody who has filed a privacy complaint. And so I don't know how it works. And I was gonna just let it go, and then I saw a tweet from another smaller reaction channel. I think they do post some Rosie content. I think they cover other reaction channels that they don't like. To be honest, I don't think they like me either. I feel like I've seen them post some criticism of me. I don't know. This is again not an endorsement. It's not a not endorsement. I'm just stating where I got this tweet from. And the person is Busy Little B, and it popped up on my timeline on on Twitter, which honestly is kind of amazing right now because almost my entire timeline of Twitter at this point is just Love Island and the impending new Big Brother season, which is how I like to use Twitter, to be quite honest. I don't really like to engage with Girl World on Twitter these days. It's always been kind of like, I don't know, tough because it's hard to avoid seeing stuff about yourself, which is why like I like don't like to go on there and don't like to go to the like Girl World side of Twitter. But either way, neither here nor there. This tweet did pop up and they said, does anyone even understand how anyone else would be able to file a complaint on YouTube from #QuirkyLoveRosie account for that ZM video? I still don't get how she expects us to believe it's anyone but her. Can someone educate my dumb ass on this? And I did look through the comments, this is why I was like, oh, I know somebody actually did say that I was like Team Rosie, because in the tweets, the replies of this tweet, somebody said that. And I don't see anybody actually answering the question. It seems like either people are just calling Rosie a liar or it's just people like with additional questions and things like that. In the community tab post Rosie made, there were people who were trying to find out what the process looks like. In fact, I see one person, it's the first comment that pops up for me that says that they went and pulled up the form to privacy strike and you don't have to be logged into an account to do it. There's also a comment where she says, no, you don't need to be hacked. They just need my docs information, which the Quirky Creepy crew does, and my email is public info. I don't know if impersonating me is illegal or not, but it should be. I confirmed this with a Google search. You can just type the email into the form. So, I don't know if this is required, but I wanted to go look it up myself as well, since a lot of these people who seem to have questions and use YouTube but don't feel like they want to do the research to go see if Rosie could be telling the truth about this. I was like, let me just go find out. And so that's why I'm doing this quick video today. I just want to share that Rosie isn't wrong at all about this, actually. So this is just a general page that YouTube has for on their support page to go report a privacy issue. As you can see, they kind of explain what happens when you report a privacy complaint and what kinds of things that they consider in terms of deciding if it actually is an issue, a privacy issue that's worthy of being reported. They also share some things that you can report, like the types of things, so you can do your image, voice, or full name. Other private info like contact info, ID, financial info, health details, or other info that shows who you are. Or if your voice or image is changed or made by AI or other tools. And so obviously, actually, to be quite honest, again, this is why I'm like, yeah, I think this falls in line with that. Like, people are absolutely correct to call me out about it, to like go back and blur it all. Because I think if you, even though the person that posted it had a bunch of stuff retracted, like it's still a lot of like weirdly scary personal stuff, you know? Then you can go down and you can fill out the form, okay? Oh, also I'll say, it says, we'll notify the person who posted the content and we may give the creator time to remove or edit the private info in their video. We'll only share the YouTube links and video timestamps with them. Your name and contact info will not be shared with anyone outside of the YouTube review team, which is also the case. Like, I didn't get any kind of info about who filed the privacy complaint, so I don't have any additional info outside of that. They didn't tell me shit. All you gotta do on here, okay, and this is, like, I already started filling this out, right? Enter your full legal name, Zachary Michael, the country you live in. So easily, if you know Rosie's full legal name, which lots of people on the internet unfortunately do for her, they can just put that in there, put the country, enter her email address that's associated with her YouTube account. And actually, it doesn't even say that it has to be a YouTube related address, because I assume that maybe there's people who are not on YouTube, who don't have YouTube channels, that might come across like personal information in YouTube videos and want to report it. So it's actually not connected, seemingly not connected with a YouTube account at all. I bet you don't even have to have a Gmail account, to be honest with you. And then, are you reporting this for yourself or someone else? I imagine that if somebody was impersonating her, they just They just listed it as myself, I'm an adult. It also gives an option for if like there's copyrighted stuff being shared, and then it lets you share like how many places is this particular info being shared, how is it being shared. In this case it was a video. All you have to do is link to the YouTube video in particular. You can identify the particular types of info that appears in the content. I imagine in my situation, it's the visuals. Describe what we were looking for, so just more specifics. And then you can include a signature, which is just you typing your name. So yeah, I don't think Rosie's out of line for suggesting that like somebody could have impersonated her doing this. It absolutely is possible. I'm not saying she didn't do it herself. I'm just saying that it is plausible that she's not lying about it. I don't really care, I guess, at the end of the day either way. I guess that's also why this wasn't super pressing to me, because I did feel like I needed to go and blur that stuff out anyways. But it is just to say that just because you don't like Rosie doesn't mean she's lying about this. And it's easy to come and find it here. Anyways, this was such a short video, so stay tuned because I think I'm also gonna do a little something else for you today. Oh my gosh, 2 videos in one day, plus a video on my re-upload channel, you better believe it. So stay tuned. That video I'm sure will go live a little bit later, but thanks so much for watching. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. If you want to, hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!